Are we recording? Yes, I think we're recording. Okay, we're good to go. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Zuki here. How's it hanging? Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a video, and I am everywhere right now. Maybe if I set up better, it'll work for you guys. How's it hanging? Wait, let's just make that disappear. Don't mind the twist tie. I had to fix my wire on my mic so it wouldn't cut out on my headset, so I wouldn't be able to hear out one ear. So yeah. So John Lewis, my friend. Well, your question. Yeah, you asked. I was not making any new more blah. I can't speak. No more new videos of Doctor Who. Not Doctor Who, but Fallout Who. I'm really sorry about that. I wanted to make a recording on that subject and a few other subjects. I'm not really looking at the camera, so please forgive me. So I have two things actually, I have three things I want to talk about. One is the Fallout 2 series that I've pretty much stepped away from. But simply, back, I don't know what day I guess it was a few months ago, or maybe a year ago. Was it a year ago? Let me check here. Videos. The last video I did for Fallout 2, I guess, I don't know, it's been slow. October, yeah, it's been a year ago, back in October. Huh. So, I ran into some problems around October and around November, which led to my computer completely shutting down. Well, what happened is I had like 4 to 5 things happening all at once. I have to think about this. So I had Windows randomly shutting down and causing errors and problems. I had an issue with my hard drive, and that was popping up. And I also had Windows not loading into the Windows screen, and I could not get into that option. So all three of my hard drives failed. Well, they didn't fail. I still have two that work. They're just not installed and not plugged in because I don't trust them. Because any hard drive that I attempted to install Windows to would either crash or quit working. And that could be also related to another issue I had, which I have currently have fixed. And starting tomorrow, I'm gonna have something that will improve my computer even better. So I'll get to that in a minute. I'm sorry about the long story here, but to put things in a simple state, hard drives failed. I reinstalled Windows like 20 times, and I had to get a new hard drive I didn't have the money for. A friend of mine sent me a new hard drive, reinstalled Windows, including on that drive, and Windows failed. Or Windows shut down, computer rebooted, and blue screened. And my good friend Charles told me that the issue I was having sounded like the same issue that he was having, which he had a better system than me, but it was quite similar to what I was having, so I was like, okay. And I had no way of testing this issue. And the related problem was the CPU. And I had a very old Asus motherboard that I had that went bad, and put simply, the entire motherboard was hit by lightning, fried the motherboard, fried my entire computer, and I shipped everything back, RMA'd everything, and bought a brand new CPU for it, which was a Athlon 64X 5400, and I had that chip, and I had bought a different cooler and threw that on, hooked everything back up, and that motherboard was dead on arrival back from the RMA. I don't know why it was, but I think it was something to do with the RMA process. So that kind of sucked. I think I had to send it back in its original box, which I didn't have anymore because someone in my house read away. Oh, not me. So, da-de-da. I pulled the CPU from that motherboard, threw it into my current system motherboard, and for this entire year, since October, I've been using that CPU, and I can only play certain games because what I'm using is a dual core. I no longer have a quad core. I can't even play No Man's Sky. And trust me, I've tried. Oh, how badly I've tried. It's the entire reason why I did what the entire reason why I did what I just did. The new update of No Man's Sky, I wanted to play again. And when you get that itch to play a game, and it drives you so nuts that you're gonna leap out and try to do something so insane, even if you don't have the money, you're gonna try to do it. Only I can only go so far, so I am sitting at a situation which I'm currently I don't know trying to work on my words here. Trying to get my words out. Uh, you, you don't see what I have over here, but I'm gonna show that off in a minute. So I've been trying to play No Man's Sky, and I want to do recordings in No Man's Sky. I also want to do Fallout Hoop, and I can't do that with my dual core. I might be able to, but it just probably won't be the same. So I'm like, I was playing No Man's Sky, doing everything, try to get some smooth gameplay, and I'm looking at all these ways to improve the FPS, try the smoothest gameplay. And my current video card, which I also got from Charles, which is the 5780, no, 5770. I forget which one it is, but I pulled that one out and I went back to my 640. My second display failed on me and quit working, so that's kind of useless. So I just went back to the 640 just to see if it worked or not. It works. 2 gigs. The 5770 doesn't have 2 gigs. It has 1 gig. So I just went back to the 640 for now until I can get me something better. I'm sorry. It's like almost 10 p.m. here, and I'm really excited for tomorrow because there's several things going on. I have a friend who has a birthday who I'm gonna be watching his live stream. Shout out to Dell at Publishing. He's a cool dude. Awesome. Um, yeah, but I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm getting something for my computer, which I cannot believe I'm getting it. Because I'm like, how lucky are you to find something and it's like $45 to $65 and you find it for so much cheaper. Oh man. I'm wrecking this all to faith in God. Because without God I wouldn't be able to get this. Not at all. So I'm like, so let me explain what's. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't done Fallout 2 in forever and not played any really strong games because, like, No Man's Sky is CPU dependent, and my CPU, when I could play it before with my CPU, I could handle it. And I can barely handle it now. I can barely pilot the ship. I can barely run around the planet without stalling and lagging out. Like, I can move around. I can go from point A to point B in a few minutes. But along that line, I stop, I freeze up. I guess it's the world loading in or whatever. But it's all CPU dependent, and I didn't exactly have that problem with my quad core. And I had a Phantom 9600 Black Edition. Um, excuse me. I'll pull that up and I'll show you the exact CPU I had, and then I'll show you what I ordered. I'll show you what I'm getting. Yeah. Sorry, my brain is sort of going off here. So, I struggle with No Man's Sky, and I'm like, I've got to do something about this. So, I reach out to friends, maybe some of my friends can help me with something. And I start going looking around online, trying to find me a new CPU to replace the one I have. And so then something else happens, which is a blessing in disguise, I guess. Not a blessing that they failed, but nah, I guess I wouldn't say they failed. Well, they did fail, but they stopped working, then they started working. It's unbelievable. So I went looking for a new CPU, but I had no money, no cash. So to me, I have no way of buying anything, so it kind of sucks. I go looking on websites. I go to Let Go, and stuff like that. I didn't go to eBay, but I went to Newegg, but I didn't go to Newegg right off the spot. I went to Offer Up and looked around, looked at AMD CPUs, and I found two or three. One of them literally stuck out, and it was a certain CPU. It was like it's a Phantom CPU, kind of like the one I had, only not like the one I had. It's a Phantom 2, which I'll bring up what I found. Give me a moment, guys. Let's see here. I have to find the thing here. So give me a moment, guys. I'm going to yeah, that's not gonna work. So instrument display. Maybe I could hide that. And we'll pop out, put the. I'll put that in the way. Oh wait, it's the wrong tab. Oopsie, put the wrong tab in the wrong place. Okay, so let's see if I can put that. Let's see if I can resize my camera here. Give me a moment, guys. I'll fix it here. Okay, so this is what I got. I bought this I bought it like 4 days ago. Actually, check my time here. Yeah, so my name's Isaac. Yeah, there you go. You gotta know who I am now. I go by Zuki most of the time, but beyond that, yeah. Okay, so let's. I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I was fixing that. So yeah. So here we go. This is what I ordered. I didn't know what type of CPU it was. I just knew it was a Phantom. It was a Phantom 2. I didn't, and I knew it was from Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. So I popped up the photo, zoomed in on the numbers, and then I got the information. I took that number and I looked up specifics. So this is what I'm getting. A Phantom 2, a 955. Zoom that back in. Yeah. Alright, so I have a Phantom 2 955 on its way. It's a major step up from the 9600 Black Edition I had. And that is coming tomorrow. Tomorrow, sometime in the morning. And I will be doing an unboxing of that CPU. Here's the deal. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I'm going to have faith that it will be good. And it'll be just fine. I will be inspecting the CPU. I'll be inspecting the pins on the behind the I'll be inspecting the pins, looking at them, making sure they're straight, and I can put it into my motherboard, and making sure it's all clean. Um, Next to what I was gonna do, talking about. So I'm getting that to replace my current CPU, which, if it works great, I'm gonna have a better CPU, better gaming once again. I should be able to play No Man's Sky easily like before. I should be able to do Fallout 2 like before. From what I've forgotten in Fallout 2, I've lost a lot of videos in that. Oh wow, we're up to 20 minutes here. Okay, so I need to wrap this up fast. I've talked about Fallout here 2 a little bit too much, so we'll just move on along. And I've talked about the CPU. What I wanted to show you guys is what I was talking about earlier. It was I had some failure. CPU was one thing, but the other problem I had was my fans were going out. So I had, as I was playing games, doing stuff, my computer would vibrate like it has a heartbeat. So I'm like, what is it doing? What's going on in my case? And it's been a while since I had a fan go out on me, so I've forgotten what that feeling is when you feel that. And I told Plague about this, and he said, "Oh, it's probably your fan, bro." So I have older fans, so these are the ones that you can take off the one part on the back end, put a little oil in it, oil them up, and get the bearings oiled up and get spinning again. So I took that fan off, gave a squirt of DW40 into it, fan went back to working order, threw that bad boy back in, but I knew that probably wouldn't last. So here I am. I didn't have the money for the CPU that I wanted, but as you guys know, I have that CPU coming. So this is what happened. So I'm needing. I have $5, or I had $5. I had $5, and I I had to get new fans, but I also had to get new thermal paste if I was going to try to get that CPU. And I told myself, alright, we're going to get the money, we're going to get this, we're going to do this. We need this CPU. I want to play No Man's Sky. So if you don't know, I'm on disability. I have issues like spelling issues, learning disability. You wouldn't know it. I'm smart in certain fields, but not so smart in other fields. And I currently live with my stepmother, which ain't bad, but it can be hard. So it's just her and I living together. We share expenses and money and stuff, so I pay for bills and stuff, and I pay for a lot of stuff, and by the time I pay for all my bills and stuff, I help her with her bills and what she has for her cell phone and whatnot. I literally I only have money for food and pop and stuff. Pop being soda, for some of you that don't know what pop is. So you might think it's old man or your grandpa, but pop for me is soda, so yeah. So my brain's kind of dying here. So I'm calculating how much money I need to get new fans, get new thermal paste, and to get the CPU. So I'm looking at $30. That's okay. So I'm going $30 for this. It might be the 955. It might not be the 955. It might be some other CPU that may not be a 955, and it might be a junky CPU. Someone tried to fake me out, which I don't think that's the case, because he didn't act like that to me. He didn't try to give me no excuses whatsoever. But if I find some issues that are not exactly right, said CPU, then I will be sending it back and I will be getting my money back. So, yeah. And then, if I get my money back, I'll just go to somewhere else because I have a better deal for a better CPU if necessary. So, I'm getting off topic again. I'm sorry, guys. I tend to go off and wander off and going off topic and just ramble a lot. I'm sorry. So I'm looking at 45 to 50 bucks just to get everything I need. And I'm telling my best friend Plank about this. I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do? I want this CPU. I'm gonna try to get the money for this CPU. So my best friend, he literally sends me, he goes, don't worry, I've got this. I've got this. He literally sends me 2 new fans and some thermal paste, and I'll show right here. So first, we have a thermal paste here. Sorry, cameras. It is what it is, so. That's the thermal paste. I didn't find no reviews on it, but thermal paste is thermal paste. From what it says, it seems like a good paste. And then I have the fan here. Yeah, he got this one and this one here. Both fans. 280s. I need 280s for my front fans because they both died. And yeah, I'll get to the fans here in 1 second about that story. So I told you I had one of my fans. I think someone's behind me, but I guess not. So front fan died. It stopped turning, so I was like, okay, front fan died. And I thought the other one was going. So I looked into the case while it was still. I looked inside the window of the case. And lo and behold, the other fan had also died. So both fans, they're both lit up, but they're not spinning, so they're pretty much dead. Both fans are just dead. I'm like, great. That is so not good. Because I need that airflow. I need air being pulled in so the 2 fans, the one in the top and the one in the back, can blow it out. And believe it or not, even right now, as I'm recording this, my system is still being cooled. It's like around 34, 30 degrees. I don't get that. I guess it has to do where my computer is, I guess. But I really need to replace some fans in there, and I will do that tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It's not 12 yet. It will be soon. And I will take both of these bad boys and throw these in with said CPU. After I look it over and take some photos and make sure everything is proper, I need to make sure it is what it says it is. So both fans died, and then I had the other fan, the other front fan, come back to life. It literally came back to life, started spinning again, started running for a while, and then it finally died again. What can you get? So, front fans are dead. I ordered a brand new CPU. Well, sorry, my brain's just going off canter again. So, yeah, front fans died, and I was like, okay, I just need to get the fans, and then I found out Plague sending me fans from paste. So I'm like, alright, I can just get the money for this CPU. Get the CPU. Get the CPU, Isaac. So I get up and I tell my stepmother, because I want to use my money and get the CPU, but I know I won't have a lot of money because of all the bills and stuff. So I hatch out a plan somehow. And so we use my check and her check together and pay for everything. And I take a a 20 from mine and a 20 from hers, $40. I find $1, then I take my $5, I put 43 on my prepaid card, and I looked at Newegg and was thinking, if I can't get this CPU, then maybe I can get one from Newegg for a cheaper price or something. And I found Phantom 2 820 for $30. Their 955 was like $49. So I'm like, it's either $49 or $45. I'm like screwed on that front. So I'm like, And then again, it's being shipped from China, so that's gonna take a while. So I'm going back, wait, if that guy from Phoenix, Arizona still has that CPU for $30, I can get that with the stuff I'm getting from Plague. I can throw that in my computer. Yeah. Lo and behold, he hasn't sold it yet. I get money on my card 7 days ago, 8 days ago, 7 or 8, whatever. Yeah, probably 7 days ago. Well, last Tuesday. Because we went to the store and I loaded my card. Came home. I brought in all the groceries. Got everything in. Sat down right here. Went to offer up. Took my card. Literally bought that. I sent this dude. I went, yep, I want it. Pay for it. $30. $33. Send it to me right now. ASAP. I'll take that, son. So yeah, I ordered the CPU 4 days. He doesn't send it till 4 days later, and I'm like, I'm looking at AliExpress, which Jay's 2 Cents has talked about, and a few others, and I'm finding the same CPU for like $14. I'm like, why did I find this for $30? And then a few days later, I found it for $14 here. Yeah, it's in China, but I would take $14 over $30 any day. And then I found one that's 6 cores that definitely works for my motherboard. I'm like, well, this is $30, and I could have done this. But whatever. So I get the CPU. He ships it right on the same day. I'm like, I tell Plague, I go, it'll just be my luck. He'll ship that CPU before offer up auto cancels on me. And yeah, the next day he automatically ships it The guy waits the last minute. It's fine. I'm I'm gonna double look over the CPU and see exactly if it's good. I'm gonna check the pins and everything, and then wow, we're going 35 minutes. Woo-wee. So yeah, I'm gonna get that CPU tomorrow. I'm gonna overlook it, check everything out. You guys will be there because we're gonna do unboxing. And then I'm gonna try to plot out doing some videos with it. And we'll just see what we get. And then, yeah. So in that respect, guys, I'm getting a brand new CPU, and hopefully I'll be able to game better and stuff. We'll see. And I think that is that for this video. As it is, guys, do check me out on Plague and Zuki Gaming. I do have a Patreon, guys, so head over there and join up if you want to see. I am planning on some videos. I'm not gonna say what they are, but there are gonna be some exclusive videos that will be on there. Say like Fallout Who that you guys like. The newest episodes that I will probably be coming out soon with will probably be on Patreon before I have them released on YouTube. Well, I'll have them upload to YouTube. They're just, you probably won't see them till a week or so from now, or 3 weeks. I still need to reinstall Fallout Who. I have all that in a folder, so I'm good on that. I just lost a lot of videos, so I'll have to check out where I am on the save file and probably step a couple steps back. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. For now, guys, keep it real. Have a good one. Peace and all that. As I am who I am. Peace, guys. Take care. Get you on the flip side. See you tomorrow. And all good things. Also, definitely hit that Patreon if you want to support us. Peace.